from Cyprus in sight, and we're just nipping over to Avgorou. There we are, welcome to Avgorou. And Paul would like to have a look around. He's thinking of moving out here, and he would like to have a look around Avgorou or Little Bedtree. We'll be walking around Little Bedtree in the next couple of weeks because we are going into lockdown tomorrow, and we are allowed to exercise around the village, so we'll be doing Little Bedtree soon, but as we are allowed today to go to the other villages, we'll shoot into Avgorou and see what there is. So we're on the road for Avgorou Little Bedtree. We're just coming into Avgorou. Nice little village. It's not as well as accessible to the highway as Little Bedtree. I think it's more inland. So it's a mixture of new, modern houses, old village houses. Now we'll go past the town square where there's some old cafes and what have you, and then what I'll do, I'll take you to a couple of village houses that have been restored, beautifully restored. I don't know who owns them. I've been past there quite a few times. We'll have a look at those. Right, so we'll go to the town square first, and I'll show you the little cafes. There's a few shops here, boutiques, what we got, opticians and supermarket. Okay. Got over there, bakery. I suppose you could call this the high street. So what I do, I'm going to do a left here, and this is the little town square. Obviously the cafes are shut. There's normally a few cafes along here, and I'll do a left. Okay, it's just left here. DIY shop there. Right, there's an old traditional house that's been restored on our left. Oh, that's the dentist there. Okay. What I'll do, go down here on the right. So you can see some modern houses and some old traditional houses as well. I've just gone to see a friend of mine who lives up here. And it's a bit of a dirt road, and I'm driving up to see these houses that have been restored, And they're a bit of a gem really, because you can pick one of these up quite cheap and restore it, and they are really lovely houses. But this one's particularly big. This is a big one, so this is quite unusual. You don't get them this big normally. We'll have a look round. So I'm going to show you around this one that's been totally restored. Have a glimpse over. There you are. So this is really been restored to a high standard. It's got a courtyard there. Look at that, really beautiful house. There's an outbuilding there. Oh, the man's got his Harley Davidson outside. So there it is, beautifully restored. This one's got arches and a beautiful garden. And then I walk to the back of it. He's put original windows. And he's got another entrance to the front. So this is quite a big property. Very unusual to find this size. There we are. Looks like got a swimming pool there as well. Above ground big swimming pool. This is a mini orchard. And that's another house. So that's the sort of thing you can do with these little village houses if you can pick one up and restore it, if that's your thing. Right, let's have a look round, see what else there is. Quite a few of these traditional Cypriot flat roof houses. It's past Pop Life, very popular shop. There's a new build going up. So it's a bit hickleby. Is that hickleby? Hickleby, pickleby. It's a bit hicklety-pickety. Hickleby, anyway, it's a bit in there. So what we'll do, we'll do a left. We'll do a left, yep. And then not right here, we'll do the next right. And I think that might take us back into the town centre where the church is. Turn right there. Still never mind, we'll keep going round. I'm sure we'll come. Oh yes, no, this is right. Here we are. We've got the little church. Just pull over here. So that's the little church in Avgorou, and then I'll show you the main town square church. I'm in the church square of Avgorou, and looks like they're refurbishing the church. It's covered in scaffolding. There's a supermarket there, Save More. It's not a massive one, but more like your Tesco's Express, that sort of size. And that's the sort of supermarket we've got in Little Bedtree. The Christmas decorations are still up, which is quite nice. There's a little restaurant here. It's obviously shut due to COVID. There it is. Okay. Looks like there's a war memorial there. Right, so there's a taverna there in the corner. And we're back round to the town hall. In the middle of the square. Normally quite busy, this little square. It's got 2 or 3 cafes. Right, oh, we've got the post office. There it is, there's your post office. And we've got a grill house, that looks nice. Takeaway and delivery. There we are. Betting shop, it's just on my left. So it's all here, just not in a row. There's another traditional Cypriot house that's been refurbished there on the left. And there's one looking for refurbishment. There it is, see? So what I do is I'll go straight. Left or straight. Another traditional old stone house. So really it's a mixture here of everything. Right, so that was the main part of Avgorou. And now I'll drive towards the highway. The highway's quite a distance away. As I said, this village is more inland. And I'll do a left at the edge of the village and I'm coming up to the refugee area. It's a bit further down, yeah, it's a bit further down, folks. Right, so every village has got its refugee area where plots of land were given to refugees and some money to build a new life. So you could either take the money and build whatever you like and put some of your own money towards it, or the government will come down and build a bog standard house for you. Right, so these are the refugee houses. Some have been fixed up and some have just been left. Now there's one here for sale and I'll take you around and show you. So I'll show you this traditional house that is actually up for sale. There's not many of these up for sale. I think there's a few in Little Bedford. There's the phone number. (99607746). That's a separate number. Okay. So these are a bit of a gem, guys. And if you're looking to buy out here. Now I do believe the ones in Little Bedford sell for around about €40,000. There's a not lot to them, but they've got a lot of potential. So this is the back or the side. They've always got 3 meters on either side of the house. Oh, little dog on there, it's okay. And they're always quite a big plot. So that's the plot on the back. It don't go right to there, it's half of this. So I'll go to the edge of the plot and you can see. Right, so it's there, you see. So this is the garden. And you can always extend the house at the back and the front as much as you like, long as you leave 3 meters either side of the property. This one's had a little extension on it. So there you are. It's not in bad condition, believe it or not. So the roof needs to come off. And then a nice extension here, make it not big, and then you can put a pool if you like on the back and fence it off. And then you got, this is the extension piece that obviously needs to be made square here. So that's another extension you can do. So it can become quite a big house as it goes. And then you've got about 6 meters at the front. So you can come out another 3 meters at the front if you like. And then stick another roof on it. So it can become a nice big bungalow. So that's a very interesting house, Paul, if you're if that's your sort of thing. There's a few new houses being built here, because you can, and a lot of people do, they buy the plot and then just knock down those little houses and start again. I personally think that if you refurbish them, make them look nice, it's a lot cheaper and a lot nicer. But here comes on my right, here comes a new build. There it is, you see. So they've knocked down, bought the plot of land and put a totally new building on it. What I do is I'll do a left, and that'll take us out of this area. It's a dead end. It won't take us out at all. Oh, what? It's a nice, interesting look at the refugee area for Paul. As I said before, there's some nice little gems to be bought up. Those little refugee houses. I know the going price for them is approximately 40,000, and then you probably have to spend another 40,000, maybe 50,000 to make them big and inhabitable. So I'm going to take the road back to Little Bedri. That's right here. And that was a very interesting trip to Avgorou. We will be showing you some more of those little refugee houses. Some for sale, and some are a little bit more complicated. Right, we are back towards Little Bedri, 4 kilometers away. Well, it's an interesting trip, don't you think, to Avgorou? We saw that beautifully restored house, and then we bumped into that little house for sale that could potentially look like that other place that we saw, the restored place. A little bit smaller, as I said before. I do understand that the going rate for those houses are about 40,000, and then it probably cost you another 40,000 to restore them, make them into a nice 3-bedroom bungalow. A bit of imagination. That can be easily done over here. Quite a lot of builders over here you can turn to, and they can do that for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if there's somewhere you'd like me to visit, put it in the comments below.